Alright guys, today we're going to talk about gw2 rewards. People don't like them. People say they're not good, that every good skin is in the gem store, in the cash shop, and I disagree. I think there's a lot of good rewards in the game that are meaningful and they're prestigious. And what do I mean by that? So essentially for me, a good reward is a reward that shows you the journey you had to get it. For example, if you want a sword, right, and you did a dungeon for the sword, then that sword means that you did a dungeon, and that means it's meaningful. It's a meaningful reward. Now, obviously, cash shop items are not meaningful because the only thing you can prove with that is that you bought it with real money, or in this game, I guess, with gold, which could be a little bit meaningful, but overall, not really, right? You can really tell. So we're gonna do a tier list. Talking about which rewards go in what category, which were the most meaningful, which ones are the least meaningful, and how many they are in each category. Let's see if gw2 has actually good rewards or not. So first, it's S, prestigious reward obtainable through hardcore content. So essentially, it's prestigious rewards, like rewards that you get through playing a type of content in the game, only in the game, and also it's from hardcore content, so it's hard as well. Then A, prestigious rewards obtainable through casual content, so the same as before, but only with casual content. Then rewards obtainable through gameplay, right? Casual, hardcore, whatever. But you can also get them with reward trucks or unlocks. So essentially, gw2 has reward tracks from PvP and Wars of World, and there's some skins that you can get by, for example, dungeons, but you can also get them by doing PvP or Wars of World, which kind of invalidates the meaning of it a little bit, because you don't know if they did the dungeon or if they did PvP or Wars of World. And there's also ward unlocks that unlock a random skin, and you can get them those two there as well, which can muddy the waters a little bit, you know. Then sellable rewards, which is essentially in-game skins that you can get in the game, but you can also sell to other people, and that means that you don't know when you see a person that has this reward, this skin, you don't know if they got it by buying it for someone else or by actually doing the content. And then gem store Omega, because well, it's the gem store, you just buy it with real money, so it doesn't mean anything really. Okay, so let's start then. So first, let's start with, here's a good example. Here's the Abyssal weapon set. So for the Abyssal weapon set, you know, you would think it's hardcore content. It's only obtainable through there, so it should be an S. And I would agree with you. But you can also get them by doing wardable unlocks, which really invalidates the point of them. I actually don't like them. Sure, 90% of the time that you're gonna see someone with these weapons, they got it by doing hardcore content, doing 100 cm, sure, but there's sometimes that it's not gonna be, so it validates very much. I would put them here just because of that. And there's a lot of rewards like this that are really united to something really cool, something really meaningful, but you end up getting them with unlocks as well, which is kind of invalidates the process, right? The same goes for the Chak weapons that you get by doing Chak rent, but you also can do it a reward track. The dungeon sets, right? The plated armor. There's a lot of them. And it's kind of sad, but it is what it is. So we're putting it on B. It is meaningful, but not as much as other stuff, right? Let's talk about Gen 2s. So Gen 2s would definitely go on A because it's casual content. You do collections, which are really good sometimes. There are others that you don't need collections, but most of them you still need to do the map completion anyways, so it is content. Sure, the most important part, or the hardest part to do, is getting the gold, but if you haven't Gen 2, you crafted it, you did the map completion, sometimes you did a collection, which is a long quest line, so I think they're pretty meaningful and prestigious as well, right? Yeah, and that goes for all Gen 2s, right? And anything that you do that way. We have Aurora, which is the same essentially. It's essentially the same as Gen 2s, but well, Gen 2s that had a collection, but the Aurora and Vision, where is this? And Vision are way more meaningful, I think, because it's only that you have to pay a little bit, but it's a big quest line that you have to do every map and everything. It's just great. Okay, it's great. It's great. It's a great quest line. It's really meaningful. If you see one person with that, you know they did it, right? The same goes for this one. I would put them above, because for the regalia you need to do every season of Living World and do achievements and everything and get the currencies, everything. It's really fun. It's really fun. I think it's definitely better. I think it's more work. I think it's more meaningful, because when you have this, you remember doing the story and everything. It's really good. I think it's really good. I definitely put it here. What else do we have? Gen 3. So Gen 3s, I think maybe one day they'll go on A or S, but for now, because you can sell them, they are 100% sellable rewards, right? They're not that good. You have to do gameplay to get it, but you can just swipe and buy it from another player. It's another player still, sure, someone else did it, but you're buying them. So I think it's still on C. Like, if you see someone with the Gen 3s, like, it's not that prestigious. Maybe now, because most people are like grinding it, but not at all. And maybe when the new skins get released and you have to do another set. What is it? Another set. Yeah, like here it is. Like here the ones. Another set, another quest to get the other sets. I think it will go to A. So I'll put them here. Actually, I think that's what's gonna happen. I think maybe some of them get to S because you have to hardcore content, but mostly they'll probably be on casual. And yeah, I think that's what it is, right? Aurora is C, and the other one, Dragons, are gonna be A at least. Gen 1, same problems with Gen 3s. You can sell them. Yeah, sure, you can craft them. You can do some collections, but it's not necessary. You can just buy them. So it's just sellable. It's just not that good, not that prestigious. Dungeon sets. Look at that. Dungeon sets. Here, especially B, they are. You have to get them by doing gameplay. Yes, you have to do that. But you can get it with reward tracks or unlocks, so it can invalidate the experience a little bit. Karma weapons, karma armor sets, everything. So I think this is the bandit one. I'm not quite sure, but there's a lot. Cultural weapons, cultural armor. Well, actually, cultural armor no, because it's with gold. But cultural weapons are with karma. I think these are pretty meaningful. I would actually put them. I have to put them here. I would put them here. But the problem is they can get unlocked by word of unlocks, so I'll have to put them here. There's a lot of skins like this that you can get with karma that are in unlocks. So if it is like that, if you get it on reward tracks, you just have to put it on B. It just has to be there. Now this is the best example and the worst at the same time. These weapons are the Path of Fire, Desert Highlands, Deldrimor mini dungeon weapons. So you do have this big mini dungeon. It takes like, I don't know, 30 minutes or something, and at the end you get this set of weapons, right? Or one weapon. I'm not quite sure. And you get this. They don't look as good. No, they don't look as good, but they're kind of interesting. They're like dwarven weapons. And I remember doing this and being so hyped. Oh my god, I'm gonna get the weapon. Holy shit, I got the weapon. And just before I unlocked it, I saw that you could sell it on the auction house, and it was 1 gold. Like, bro, 1 gold for this 30-minute fucking mini dungeon? Are you serious? It just felt like a spit in the face. If it was account bound, at least, even though they don't look that much, like they're cool, at least it's like meaningful. But it's just such a spit in the face for this world. I think it's just a shame. It's a shame. And there's a lot of words like this that you do content, you do it for a long time, and then you can sell it. And it's fine sometimes you can sell, but sometimes it devalues the reward so much. Oh, actually it would go here. It would just go here. Actually, I was wrong. It would be here because you can buy them. Yeah, it's just sad. It's sad. Same goes for Mystic's Forge weapons. There's a lot of them like that that you can, they're really expensive weapons. Sometimes armor sets are really expensive, and you have to craft them, or you have to do a quest or something, I don't know, but you can sell them afterwards. And it's like, oh man, why can someone else skip this beautiful content by just buying it from me? It just sucks. It really does. Now let's talk about the big boys. So Catabog. So any collection here would just go here. There's a lot of collections. The elegy armor, the A Henge Away from Home, although that's not that big of a deal because you need it for an Aurora. But there's a lot of the Stellar weapons as well that you have to do a collection, you have to do a quest line. you do it and you get a weapon and an armor set that's really cool, and the whole quest line meaning is behind this item, and that makes it so much more meaningful. Fuck, it's even actually, fuck it, I'll put it like this. So I'll put it like this because some of the Gen 2s are not with collection, so I think this will be 100% better than the Gen 2s. More prestigious and more meaningful, I think. Yeah, I definitely say it's not to say that the Gen 2s are not meaningful. They are, but they aren't as much as this ones, I don't think. Now, for next one, I think the mounts are great. The mounts are great. You do a questline, you get a mount. How cool is that? And you can progress through it with masteries, right? I feel like it's great. I would do it this way. Like, this is the hardest, well, this is the easiest one to get, the Griffin. Then Skyscale, then Royal Beetle, in my opinion. Surely this is the Time Gate, but this is a big questline. I like it much more. I think it's better. It's more meaningful, in my opinion. Yeah, and there's a lot of collection of that. Yeah, the Siege Turtle will be here as well. Actually, I don't know why I didn't put it in. It would actually be on top of Royal Beetle, be in between here, right? I think it would, because you have to do the Dragon's End, you have to do the Strike. I think it's probably one of the best and more prestigious mounts we have, right? Not that much, but still fun. Oh, we have that, what is this? The Chag weapons. Yeah, we already talked about the Chag weapons. They're really cool. They're really cool. Sadly, you can get them with reward tracks, which is kind of sad, but there it is. There's a lot of weapons like that, and the Pact Commander, I mean, the Dragon's End weapons as well. Dragon's stand weapons as well, the armor set as well. They're all in the same way. Good gameplay, but you can get in with reward tracks and unlocks. Then you have, yeah, let's talk about the some legendaries. Look, this is great, okay? The Ad Infinitum, the Warbusus World backpack, and the PvP backpack, I think are really meaningful. You have to do hardcore content, kind of, to make it. I would put it in low tier from S, but it is very good. It is very good, meaningful, and very prestigious, in my opinion. The armor, legendary armor, would go... would we go up or down? So it would go up. I would definitely put it up, more interesting, more prestigious than the backpack. The problem is that you can buy this. Like, you can buy it by getting boosted. You have to do it, and I don't think most people that have it do that, but there's a lot of people that do, and that invalidates the problem. That invalidates the meaning a lot. Same goes for titles like Dances with Demons, right? Or Voices in the Void. They are really meaningful, really meaningful, hardcore content titles. But it kind of ends up unsellable because there's so many people boosting. No, I would still put him here, regardless, because that's what their real meaning is. But take it with a grain of salt. Then we have the title God of War vs. World, God of PvP, God of Fractals, right? These are... So if yeah, it would go down. It would go like this, I think. Like this, right? So I would definitely think that these are more meaningful. These titles are more meaningful than the legendary armor most of the time. The problem is... But that's assuming you buy it. If you don't buy it and you actually made legendary armor and you clear the content really, I think it's actually more meaningful than legendary armor, because this is only titles of God are essentially only they're grinds. They're big grinds that you have to do, but they're not really that hardcore. I would still put them on hardcore content, not casual content. But yeah, it is what it is. Then we have the gizmos. The gizmos are like the best rewards we have in this game. Like, you have to win an actual monthly ultimate tournament against the best players in the game. It's just great. I mean, you can't really sell that. I mean, unless hey, it is what it is. It happened once, right? It happened once that someone sold it, but the other ones are completely legitimate. And it just, if you see one person with this, they're badass. They're insanely good at the game. They're like someone important, right? I think it's very, very good. Coalescence, I think it'll probably go up in terms of it's more than legendary armor, because I don't think a lot of people buy this, right? Or sell this. So I think it's definitely better. It's definitely better. It's most prestigious. You have this, you fucking did the fucking raids, right? You probably did. Oh, festival. So festivals, weapons. I think they're great. I think they're awesome. I will put them even here. Fuck it. Sure, some of them can be. I think it goes between here and here. There's some of them that can get with that you can get with unlocks and reward tracks, but there's some of them that are not. So it will be in between A and B. I'll put it on B because most of them can be unlocked on rewards and reward tracks and on unlocks, but most of them are not. And now for the let's start getting into the gem store of Megalo. Well, I mean, this is just about loot boxes, right? I would actually put it. No, it has to be. It's gonna be top F tier because you at least have to open the fucking loot boxes, right? At least you have to open them. It's kind of draining. It's some kind of gameplay, right? But yeah, same goes for anything in the. Well, no, actually no. This was all the things in the Black Lion ski, the outfits and the mounts. Like, who cares about any of this? Like, who cares? Who cares? Outfits, skins, like, like you see that? Okay, I guess you bought some of them in with your RL money. Like, who cares? And I would put the claim, the Black Lion weapon sets a little bit higher on silver rewards because sure you have to buy them with loot keys, but you can craft. I mean, you can sell them to other people. They can buy them from other people. You can. It's kind of inside of the game. You can collect a full collection and use the tickets to make a profit by getting other weapons and reselling them a few months after to get more money. I think it's a little bit better. It's still really bad, but I think it's better. And yeah, I think that's it. I think. Like, if you see here, like, sure, we have a lot of things in F tier on Megalo, right? We have a lot of them in C, Celebrate Rewards, which is kind of sad. Like, all these things, it just feels sad that they're in here, but okay. But we have a lot in S tier, a lot in A, a lot in B. There's a lot of prestigious, in my opinion, prestigious rewards and meaningful rewards in the game that I think that's what most people care about. Like, not everyone needs a gizmo, right? Like, not everyone needs God Essence or the Legendary Armor or the Title of God. Like, if you have a catalog, you're happy. You're happy, you know that your experience is rewarded. You have the Griffin, you have the Sky Skull, you have the Royal Beetle. If you have a Gen 2, especially the ones with collections, I think you do. If you have Vision, Aurora, the Regalia, I think you do. And even here on B, I feel good about having my festival weapons. I played the game for that. Even if I did a reward track or not, I played the game for that. And they're still meaningful. They're not as meaningful as A, but they are. I think that's almost the silver lining here. I think the game has some problems, like especially here. Especially not that much in Gemstore. I don't really care that much about Gemstore, but especially here on Celebrate Wars, I think there's a lot of problems here that shouldn't be here. That should be fixed. There shouldn't be as many rewards that can be sold. But overall, I think the game is fine. Probably one of the better games, I think, for a collectionist like me, in my opinion. But hey, tell me what you think. Tell me if I'm wrong. You think I'm wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me. Live on my stream or here in the YouTube videos, okay? In the YouTube comments. So do that. Subscribe if you want more shit like this. And follow me on Twitch as well for big, beautiful meta trains and Dragon's Den. 100% kill proof. 100% win rate, maybe. Actually, I did lose once, so I don't know. We're like 30 kills or 20 kills. I don't really remember. But hey, have a good one, guys. Love you all. Bye bye. See you.